Hey Cowboys Nation! Welcome to your ultimate destination for all things Dallas Cowboys. From the latest news, game analysis, rumors to deep dives into player performances and strategies, we've got you covered. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a play. Let's dive into everything you need to know about America's team. Dallas Cowboys offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer sent shockwaves through the sports media landscape during his latest press conference, dropping a quote that, unsurprisingly, went instantly viral. The statement, "I think Dak is in the developmental phase." That sounds crazy for a guy who has played that much. But the minute these quarterbacks think they figured it all out, that's when it's probably time for them to do something different. Now, as you can probably guess, the internet did what the internet always does. It exploded. Headlines everywhere twisted the comment into something it wasn't, with fans and critics alike piling on with takes like, "Wait, Dak's still developing? And how is your franchise quarterback not finished yet?" The reactions were swift, dramatic, and in many ways completely missed the point of what Schottenheimer was actually trying to say about Dak Prescott and quarterbacking at the highest level. Let's be absolutely clear right off the bat. That quote is being shamelessly manipulated by Cowboys haters and media outlets desperate for clicks. What Schottenheimer meant had nothing to do with criticizing Dak Prescott or questioning his status as a team's franchise quarterback. No, the real context of the quote was about quarterback development in general, not about Dak being unfinished in the sense of not being ready, but in the sense that no quarterback, no matter how many years they've been in the league, ever stops growing. The specific question Schottenheimer was answering was about Joe Milton, the raw but talented second-year quarterback. In his response, Schotty simply pointed out a universal truth of the game. All quarterbacks, from the rookies to the seasoned veterans, are constantly in the process of developing and refining their game. That's what it takes to succeed at the NFL level. But here's the thing that so many people conveniently missed, or maybe just chose to ignore for the sake of their hot takes. Quarterback is, without a doubt, the most cerebral position in all of sports, period. And there's no such thing as a finished product at quarterback. Never has been, never will be. The position demands constant adaptation and reinvention. Every year, defenses evolve. Coordinators scheme up new blitzes, new coverage packages emerge, and quarterbacks have to adjust on the fly. Think about it. The greats, from Roger Staubach to Troy Aikman, Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and now Patrick Mahomes, they all approach every offseason like it's the beginning of their career. They understand that standing still is not an option. You either keep getting better or you get left behind. And that's exactly the essence of what Schottenheimer was getting at when he made that now infamous statement about Dak still being out in the developmental phase. It wasn't a critique of Dak's abilities, leadership, or readiness to lead the Cowboys. Not at all. It was a reflection of the mindset that defines elite quarterbacks. The relentless pursuit of mastery, knowing full well that mastery itself is an illusion. The NFL is a league of counterpunches. Offenses innovate, defenses respond, defenses adjust. Offenses evolve again. It's an endless cycle. And the quarterbacks who embrace that reality, who are wired the right way, as coaches often put it, tend to age like fine wine. They extend their careers, improve their decision-making, and ultimately cement their legacies. The truly great quarterbacks are the ones who live in the film room, dissecting tape, hunting for tendencies, and preparing themselves for the ever-changing chess match that is professional football. That's how you get to a point where more often than not, you can diagnose what a defense is about to do before the ball is even snapped. That's when a quarterback becomes more than just a player. They become a field general, a surgeon, picking apart defenses with precision. And that's the culture Schottenheimer is working to instill in Dallas. Not just for Dak Prescott, but for every quarterback in the room, from Joe Milton to the practice squad guys. Everyone is expected to embrace that same ethos of perpetual improvement. Here's another crucial part of that quote that far too many people are conveniently leaving out. The follow-up sentence that totally changes the tone of Schottenheimer's statement. He said, the minute these quarterbacks start to think they got it all figured out is probably the minute they should think about hanging him up. That's not an insult directed at Dak. That's wisdom, plain and simple. That's a reality check for every player in that quarterback room. and honestly for every player in the NFL. The minute complacency sets in, the minute a player thinks their view arrived and can stop grinding, that's when their decline begins. That's the nature of elite competition at the highest level. So when you really step back and look at it with clear eyes, Schottenheimer wasn't calling Dak out. He was setting a cultural tone. He was sending a message not just to his QB1, but to the entire team. Nobody is above the process of getting better. Nobody has earned the right to stop improving. In Shotty's system, in his philosophy, there are no sacred cows. No players who are exempt from self-evaluation and hard work. Whether you're Dak Prescott, Joe Milton, or QB4 fighting for a practice squad spot, the standard is the same. Everyone is expected to show up, put in the work, and continue developing their game every single day. But before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep bringing you the latest updates on the Dallas Cowboys. Feel free to share your thoughts on the news in the comments as well. That's why the reaction to Schottenheimer's comments says more about the media and fans than it does about the Cowboys or Dak Prescott. Too many people are desperate to manufacture drama where there is none, to twist a thoughtful comment about growth into some sort of backhanded shot at a franchise quarterback. But the real ones, the people inside the building, the players in that locker room, they know exactly what Schottenheimer was doing. He was reinforcing a standard of excellence, a culture where complacency is the enemy, and where the pursuit of greatness is a daily, relentless grind. That's how championship organizations operate. And it's clear Shotty is trying to make sure that's exactly what the Cowboys become. Because at the end of the day, complacency kills. In the NFL, talent alone isn't enough. The guys who succeed, who truly leave their mark, are the ones who combine their physical gifts with an insatiable hunger to learn, to adapt, and to evolve. Schottenheimer knows that. Dak knows that. And now, thanks to this viral moment, hopefully more fans and analysts understand it too. So when Schottenheimer says that Dak is still developing, he's not questioning his leadership or doubting his abilities. He's celebrating the fact that Dak, like all great quarterbacks, is committed to the endless process of refinement. That's how you win in this league. That's how legacies are made. So let's not get it twisted. This wasn't some veiled shot at Dak Prescott's status as the Cowboys franchise quarterback. If anything, it was a compliment, an acknowledgement that Dak is wired the right way, that he's not settling, that he's continuing to push himself to be the very best version of his football self. That's the tone Schottenheimer is setting for the entire Cowboys organization. No one is above the grind. No one gets to coast on past achievements. Everyone is expected to show up, get better, and contribute to building a team capable of winning championships. And honestly, isn't that exactly the kind of culture you want your offensive coordinator to be cultivating? In the end, what Schottenheimer said wasn't controversial at all. It was just a kind of brutally honest, no-nonsense football philosophy that has sustained some of the greatest players and teams in NFL history. The people trying to turn it into a controversy are either misunderstanding the game or willfully ignoring the context to fit a narrative. But the real story here is about culture. It's about accountability. It's about never settling, no matter how much you've accomplished. And if the Cowboys embrace that mentality across the board, from Dak to Milton to every last player on the roster, then this team will be dangerous. Not just this season, but for years to come. That's the real takeaway from Schottenheimer's quote. And it's a lesson every team in the league should heed. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to keep receiving exclusive news about the Dallas Cowboys, please subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. We always look forward to your comments and opinions. See you in the next video.